Dana Denha here, and this is CTN at the Art Fair 2026 style. We're here with Jasmine Torres, and she makes these beautiful journals. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into journal making?
So 5 years ago, when COVID was happening, I saw a lot of people getting their jobs taken away from them, and I wanted to learn how to do something with my hands, a skill that nobody could take away from me, and I could always make money from. I used to journal as a kid, so I went through all of my hobbies, tried to figure out which one could I make out of those hobbies, and I stumbled upon journals. I went through a whole YouTube dedication on how to make paper, how to cut leather, what engraves good, and also what is popular. So it came from regular notebook paper to handmade cotton paper and leather on the outside.
Talk about how these come about. So you start with what? Making the paper?
Mm-hmm. So the paper is linen, abaca cotton, sometimes recycled paper because it could be a little bit expensive to get cotton paper shipped to you. The goop that I get is about 5 to 10 pounds, so it can be expensive. And then I'll find some leather, I'll hand cut it, and then engrave it with some really cool images that I put together with me and my husband. I hand stitch it with leather as well, and I want you to feel like you're in a fairy tale.
Do you find, are leather prices expensive?
So from 5 years ago when I first started to now where there was tariffs and more taxes and more expensive, my leather has gone up about $30.
Yeah, but I mean, you walk over here and you can like smell it smells so good, like leather when you walk up here. It's like I could live in it.
To it now.
Oh, you can't smell it anymore? Oh, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. Talk about like your design style and like how you come up with the different, like you obviously have like some occulty stuff, but you have stuff for a variety of people.
Yes. So I always tell people there is a title for everybody. I don't just have like magic. I don't just have like fun, kooky words on them. I also have book of thoughts, book of dreams, anything you can think of. And I also do customs behind here where people can come up with their own titles to make it uniquely them. No journal ever looks the same. It's always unique.
What about color palette? Do you just kind of do whatever, or you?
Colors are my favorite thing to talk about because when I first started, everybody was doing browns, blacks. Maybe you would see a green here and there, maybe a red. I wanted to bring more girly girls into the mix. So I wanted pinks, I wanted purples, I wanted blues. So this is where it's expanded, and yellow is a new color. So I think it's bright and it brings people in because it looks like the rainbow.
Well, and I also don't think you like think of leather as like these like the pinks and like purples. You don't always think of leather like that. Do you want to pick up one of the books and kind of show us how you put it together?
Oh, I'll pick up two of my favorites.
Yep.
Two of my favorites are my nature themes or my moss collection. So we have preserved moss on top of green suede and a brown leather book with the handmade paper on the inside. And then I also go around looking for like antique old postcards that are unique and have different images, but especially nature images up there. And this one has the preserved moss on it too. These are my favorite. This is actually how I started out, is with nature themes, camping themes, and then it spread to like magic and thoughts and feminine energy.
Why do you think a cool journal like this will make people journal?
Because you want something left behind to your kids or to your kids' kids, and you want to be the main character in your own world. If my books are bringing you back to be a fairy tale, then you are the main character in that fairy tale, and I want you to see it when you have it in your hands.
Do you want to tell people why they should come jazz it up with Jasmine at the State Street District Art Fair?
If you want to be a princess or if you want to be a knight, I think my books will transport you into that world and also make a custom with me behind my booth so that way you can make sure nobody else has what you have.
And if you can't come to the art fair, visit your website?
letsjazzitup2.com. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok under the same name.
You heard it here. Come for the smells and stay for the journals.
Hello everyone, Melissa Bondi here, CTN at the Art Fair 2026. We are going to talk with our first guest. We've got lots of folks to feature today. But first I grabbed Vaughn here, who's from Toledo. He made his way up here to show us this abstract art that he has. Pretty amazing, pretty cool. It's caught our eyes, so welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, okay, let's begin. Tell us a little bit about, real quickly, how you came up with this type of art, and then we'll talk about it.
So, first off, I am 2 years sober. So this is how I came about all this, doing all this art right here. So my friend in Toledo has a smoke shop called, what was it called? Oh God.
That's okay. Yeah, no. That's okay.
It's called Higher Thoughts.
Okay.
And he had my artwork hanging up.
In the shop?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
So I had a pair of 3D glasses in there that he had with the blankets that he was hanging up. And so when I put the glasses on and saw my art, that's when I instantly knew to start doing that.
That's awesome. Okay, tell us about this piece. What's going on here? Like, this is kind of fun. You got, yeah.
So this
got
piece
some
right
3D.
here is basically like, it's called Who Are You to You? Like, what would you like to do? Like, who are you to yourself? Like, are you an artist? Are you a musician? Are you somebody, like, just pursuing your own passions?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We got more here. Okay, we want to talk about this piece over here. Why don't you grab that and tell us about this piece? You stand right here? Yep. Show it.
So this piece right here is basically talking about my sobriety, breaking the cycle, breaking generational curses as far as like alcoholism. Just basically just cutting it off. It doesn't have to run deep in families or, anything like that. So that's basically what that's talking about.
Okay. Well, thank you. Congratulations, by the way. This is very cool. But let's show us maybe another piece here.
This one right here is Mackinac Island. Oh. This is where I work. So I basically just got inspiration. This is the turtle, because it's called Turtle Island. And this is the lighthouse right here, and then this is the water. Bottle caps from the wine bottles that they had twisted up, because I take items and I put it on the art. So it's a fun way to kind of like get it to pop out with 3D. So yeah, that's basically what it is.
Awesome. Well, thank you, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you so much for having me.
CTN is moving. Beginning in mid-July and continuing through August, CTN will be preparing for our move. Here's what you need to know during the transition. We're moving to 3021 Miller Road, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Our channels will remain on cable and live streams. A brief outage may be possible, however, during the week of July 26. Equipment checkouts and in-person services will be paused during the move. The best way to contact us is through email, ctn@a2gov.org. Thank you for your patience during this exciting transition. Response times may be slightly delayed on moving days as we work to get settled into our new home.
Welcome to George Washington Park, a small triangular park in Ann Arbor that is home to one of the city's most iconic landmarks, the Rock. While it may look like a giant painted boulder today, the Rock has a history that stretches back many years. The Rock was placed in the park in 1932 by Ann Arbor Park Superintendent Eli Gallup as part of the city's celebration of George Washington's 200th birthday. For years, the monument remained untouched, but in the 1950s, a prank involving rival school initials sparked a tradition that transformed the Rock into a public canvas. Since then, students, organizations, and community members have used the Rock to celebrate achievements, share messages, support causes, and express creativity. Beneath the many layers of paint lies a commemorative plaque, a reminder of the monument's original purpose and history hidden beneath its colorful surface. Today, George Washington Park may be small, but the Rock continues to serve as a unique symbol of Ann Arbor, where history, community, and self-expression come together in an ever-changing work of public art. For more information about this and other city parks, visit a2gov.org/parkfinder.
We're going to have a free shot here coming up from Gabby Arocha. Arocha moves in, holds it high, bounces it in low, and that's a goal for the Eagles. In the middle, not waiting for any teammates, and another Gabby Arocha goal.
Look at Arocha.
Arocha just cuts through several players, even one of her own players. Bounce in front, and that one finds the back of the net.
She gives you a couple moves, and she's not done yet.
Arocha did a great job of showing to that. She makes her moves, cuts through two of those defenders, bounces it in.
Goal.
Only 5 seconds left before she makes her move in. So quick before she finds in, hits the net. Gabby Arocha with 0.7 to go.
0.7, goal 7.
Tune in to FYI to watch in-depth interviews on topics that matter to you. Check out youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor for an archive of episodes.
In Ann Arbor, we're working to build a better future for our community and planet. The new Ann Arbor Sustainable Energy Utility delivers reliable, clean energy to you using renewables that are earth-friendly, affordable, and resilient to grid disruptions. We'll help you choose the right solution and install it at no upfront cost. Your new clean energy will help reduce bills from your current utility. Clean, connected, local, affordable. The future of energy lives here.
This is CTN at the Art Fair 2026, and I'm here with Roxanne, the coin lady. Roxanne, tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get into coins?
Well, I've been doing this as a full-time profession for about 13 years now. It is kind of a weird job because what I do is take pocket change and turn it into pocket-sized art. But I fell in love with this art when I learned how the soldiers did this during the Civil War. Because back then, soldiers would spend months carving and etching coins using just what tools they carried and the last of their pocket change, but they called them love tokens. And it was just in hopes that if they didn't make it home from the war, someone would get their token to their loved one. So I figured, you know, if they can do that during a war, then I can do it going from city park to city park and really honor that tradition and bring it back to life.
Do you find it harder to get change now?
You know, actually, everybody asks me that now that we don't use a penny anymore. But I can tell you, I am not short on pennies. I actually offer for customers when they do a custom order to choose the year of the coin. So if I'm going to do a portrait of somebody's dog, I'm going to use a coin from the year the dog passed away.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's like a beautiful sentiment.
It's a way to honor somebody and a way to honor an old art.
Yeah. How did you learn how to do this?
With a handsaw, a roll of pennies in my living room, and a lot of time.
You were just like, I'm going to figure this out.
Exactly. My husband used to collect coins, and I just wanted to make something different with them. So I found a saw in my garage, went to my living room and grabbed a pocket of change and just started playing.
Wow, you're so creative. I never even would have thought about creating art on coins in that way, but obviously it's a tradition, a very old tradition.
It is, and I wanted to bring it back to life. There's not a lot of people who do this as a profession. It's definitely hard on the hands, but I can do anything from replicating signatures to superheroes I've never heard of because I can take any design and turn it into a pocket-sized piece of art.
So you're going to make something for us. You already have some holes in here, right?
Yeah, so I start by making tiny little holes in a coin. I'm currently working on an old buffalo nickel from the 1930s. I'm not going to finish this here because this is a piece that would probably take me about 3 or 4 hours to do, but I can just show you how this little handsaw does the carving. So it's a single direction saw. There's no blade on the back, which means a lot of turning for both the saw blade and the coin. I turn them both at the same time. So you kind of have to be ambidextrous to do this. But it's not something you need a lot of tools or a lot of special things to do. I can do this on the side of a cinder block, a flat rock. It's just an old art brought back to life in a new way.
What are some of the favorite things that you make?
I think replicating somebody's handwriting is probably my favorite. It's one of the more difficult things to do, especially when we use a coin from the year the person was born or passed away. I think it's a good way to honor somebody who's lost. And I've had a customer recently who was about to get a tattoo, and unfortunately he had lost his fiance and their unborn child in a car accident, and it was such a heartfelt story. But that morning he had left her a Post-it note that said, "I love you" on it. So we actually used the handwriting from that Post-it and carved it into a coin from the year she was born. And now it's, instead of having a tattoo of it, he says it's something that you can keep with him all the time and just honor her life that way.
Roxanne, you're giving me chills. You really are. It's like these stories are so beautiful, and I can't believe how much a coin can mean so much to someone, but it really is like an amazing tale that like this man could wear that coin now every day. He could have it on him every day.
Yeah, it started as a tradition that meant a lot to those soldiers. So if I can bring it back to life and give it a new meaning that can connect people with something as simple as pocket change, that's what I love to do.
Yeah, it's really cool. Do you make these for your friends and family for fun?
You know, it's funny you ask because I actually didn't even tell my family I did this for a living for about 8 years. I didn't know if it was going to be a business or not. I started doing small shows, and It took me a while to get the confidence to say that I'm an artist before I would actually make one for my family. My family does like a white elephant gift every year. So the first time I showed my family, I put it in my white elephant gift and didn't even tell anybody I made it. I just wanted to see if they liked it. For the record, they all fought over it, so it was great.
So you're like, I am an artist.
It was a good validation.
Yeah, well, because it is one of those strange things where I think it does feel weird at the beginning of someone's career as an artist to say that you're an artist because you need some sort of validation, right?
Right. It's a lot of self-confidence you have to have. You're going to get turned down at art shows no matter what kind of art you do. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have to learn from those mistakes, but you have to believe in yourself and your art.
Well, we're almost out of time. So you got a website? People can order stuff from you?
Absolutely. It's very simple. carvedcoins.com. If you go on Facebook, just Facebook/carvedcoins. If you're on Instagram, it's carved coins. So wherever you go, it's carved coins.
Or come visit Roxanne the Coin Lady at the State Street District Art Fair.
Welcome back to the art fair. We found another cool booth here today where I'm here with Jason. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your art and what brought you out here?
Sure, yeah. All my stuff is antique, vintage, mixed media artwork. Everything I use is original, usually from the 1800s to I go all the way up until the 1940s, and I cut it up and make my paintings out of it. And usually I do animals and Native Americans and cowboys and things like that, and I use old stuff to make new paintings.
That's awesome. So is like a specific time in like American like history or like places you try to grab materials from?
Yeah, so anything pre-1940s, the lithography is a lot richer and the colors are bolder and everything is more intricate and precise, so you can look into my pieces and see pieces inside the pieces. So that's why I like to use the older stuff. The older the better, and it also has that patina on it, so it's ready to go, and it just has that look and feel that I like.
This is really interesting. How did you get into work like this?
So I started out with wood burnings, so you can see some of my wood burnings in the pieces, and then I started making the borders out of antique paper because I've always been into antiques ever since I was a little kid. And then it just kind of crept its way in and became a whole nother beast where I started focusing just kind of on the paper itself, and it just kept creeping in, and the wood burnings kept getting smaller and the paper kept getting bigger, and now I do almost strictly paper.
That's really cool. So how long have you been like vending? How long have you been like coming to art fairs and selling your stuff?
I've been in galleries throughout the United States for about 20 years now. I started art fairs probably about 15 years ago in Chicago. I do the Old Town Art Fair, and then I found this one, which is a fabulous art fair as well. And so about 15 years I've been doing this because I wanted to connect with people and actually see and talk to the people that are buying my work instead of just sending it off to a gallery and never knowing where it went.
That's awesome. We're glad you came back. Is there any like website or place that people can find your work?
Yeah, jasonhouchen.com, JASONHOUCHEN.com, or I'm on Instagram at jasonhouchen as well. So yeah, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, all the big ones that people you can find art, and so yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking with us. It was a pleasure to meet with you and get to look at your art. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Mitch with CTN. Did you know CTN is available on both Android and iOS platforms for free?
That's right. You can find us on the Cablecast app. Just look up CTN and all your favorite local programs are right at your fingertips. But that's not all. CTN is also on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. If this is for you, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Then navigate to the About tab for instructions on how to set it up on your device. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can watch our live meetings and all of our CTN-produced programs at youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor. So come watch CTN, where we aim to connect, create, and communicate.
I'm Dana Denha, host of Ann Arbor's news magazine program, FYI. Tune in every week for new episodes featuring a variety of topics on the city and county.
Welcome to Ward Talk with our host, Bonnie Gabowitz. Each episode, we interview city leaders on the challenges, successes, and future of Ann Arbor. The mayor and 10 city council members share their insights on where we've been and where we're going. In that time, many changes happen, so tune in to War Talk every month to stay in the know. You can submit questions for our guests to ctn@a2gov.org, and we'll include your questions in the next episode.
We're here at the Ann Arbor Art Fair. We're here with Natalie Kokenauer, and she has an amazing smelling booth. It smells so good in here. Tell me about the smells.
Yeah, totally. So I am a local artist. I'm actually from South Lyon. We have a happy family farm right in South Lyon. I actually own these animals. I care for them myself. I milk the goats, and then I make all the products from scratch. So I make goat milk lotion. I have a couple of varieties. One that helps deter mosquitoes, one that helps with increasing magnesium stores, and then this is all cold processed goat milk soap.
How did you even figure out that you were going to use your goats in this way?
Well, funny story. My husband is actually allergic to everything from a cow. So when we got married, I was trying to figure out how to make recipes work, and I was supplementing goat milk in family recipes. I was a horse girl, and I was like, well, if I can, keep horses alive, I can probably keep a couple of goats around. And they very quickly became my spirit animal. I love them so much, and they kind of became enough of a passion that I had many goats, and I decided, okay, well, how can I help support my bad goat habit? And learned how to make soap, learned how to make lotion, and then had some really wonderful feedback from the community, and it took off from there.
How many goats do you have right now?
Oh, the loaded question. So on average, we have around 30, and no, it does not take 30 goats to make this much product, but again, they are family members.
Why do you find the goats so endearing?
What is it about the goats? They are mischievous, and they all have their own personalities, and funny enough, their own unique call. So how they mew is what it's called, is all very different. So I can tell who's speaking to me while I'm up on our deck and I yell to my girls and they're mewing at me. So yeah, mostly they're mischief. They're a very mischievous animal on the farm.
I mean, they're so cute. I love a good goat. And they're so friendly too. They're like the friendliest farm animals you can be around.
100%.
So what's the process? You have to milk them, and then what happens after that?
Yeah, so to make cold process goat milk soap, which is how I make my soap, you do have to freeze the milk, because when you add lye to go through the soaping process of what's called saponification, if you don't, it heats up so hot that it will actually scald and burn the milk. So it is a very slow process. It takes quite a few hours, and it's a very slow and meticulous. So you're adding a little bit of lye to that frozen milk and lots of stirring and temp check. And the same process over and over about 2 to 3 hours.
And then how many bars of soap would yield?
So I can make about 40 bars with a little less than a half a gallon. And I do choose to supplement all of the water in my cold process recipe with goat milk. So there is no water added, it's all goat milk, which allows for lots of beautiful fats on your skin.
So the soap feels different when you use it?
Absolutely. Those fat molecules and the fatty acid chain within goat milk soap is what makes it so luxurious and why people love it.
Do you find that the goat milk soap takes in that scent too? Because I feel like your soap smells so strong, but beautiful.
Yeah, so I I choose to not use phthalates and sulfates in my soap. So while you do smell it in the bar, you do smell it in the shower, it's not something that's necessarily lingering on your skin, which is why I have the lotion as well, because I really wanted a small carbon footprint model, which is why the lotion is in glass, the soap is packaged in cotton and paper, and so it was important to me that I was keeping these ingredients as clean as possible.
And you also have like oils and stuff, chapstick?
All sorts of stuff. So a little bit of anything you can think of body care wise. Dish soap has been super popular. I have Michigan made loofah soaps. I do not grow the loofah. I'm not that talented, but I have a dear friend that does. And I like to do a little bit of what I would like an artistic touch. I don't consider myself truly an artist, but this is how I express myself.
I mean, you are an artist. I mean, look at these soaps. They're all beautifully colored and stuff. There's definitely a beautiful artistry to it. And you're creating these scents that people are going to shower with and wash their hands with and enjoy as they're doing those things, which is all a beautiful artwork.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I enjoy feedback, and so hence the reason there's so many options is because when people request things, I tend to find them, and then I like to do the research to find it that is up to my standard, which is a little bit of kind of fun mystery almost, as I'm looking for companies that are carrying fragrances that are as clean as possible or up to my standards. So.
Do you ever name any of the soaps after your goats?
No, but I have considered, have you ever seen Redwood Hills goat yogurt?
No.
Okay, so there's a couple of brands that when you buy their packaging, you can like open it and read about the animals. I've considered doing that, and I would really love to have more photos of my girls physically here for people to enjoy. So yeah, always a work in progress.
Oh my gosh, don't you wish you could just bring one of them with you?
I have asked, they will not let me.
You would have everyone at your booth if you had a goat in here.
Yes, for sure. They're social. They're not 100% great with dogs, so that I think is why they don't want me to bring animals to the booth. But also it's pretty hot, and my girls are spoiled. They're in their barn with fans going and their electrolyte water. But yeah, I would love to bring a goat.
I love that you're like the founder of Hooligan Soap Company, and then all your employees are goats.
And children. So we have two-legged and four-legged hooligans running around the farm.
Well, I hope you have an amazing art fair. Do you have a website people can buy the soaps?
I do. It's www.hooligansoapco.com.
And I will say the website is obviously not going to do anything justice because you can't smell the soaps on the website, but they smell so good. Come to the art fair, buy some soap, and then you'll love it so much that you'll go on the website and buy more.
For sure.